What is up, Facebook world, YouTube world, worldwide nurses? How is everyone today? I am super excited that you're here. You have stumbled right on into Kari's Corner yet again, and I am so happy that you are here. Kari's Corner is brought to you by Worldwide HealthStaff Solutions. It is brought to you by me and our amazing marketing team, Tracy, the wizard. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. But if you're new, please drop your name in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Where are you viewing from? Because that is one of my favorite things to see and comment on. So if you've been here before, you know the drill. Still like to hear that you're tuning in and where you're from. But today's topic, I'm really, really excited because I got to leave my corner again. Yay me. But today's topic and today's show is all about U.S. slang words. So one of our amazing teams led by Stephanie Tucker, if you ever get any emails from Stephanie Tucker, she deals with nurses once they get here, once you arrive. And one of the biggest requests or biggest struggles that nurses have once they arrive here is the fact that they're struggling to understand U.S. slang words. So when you're studying for your IELTS and your TOEFL and your PTE and your OET, you are probably not learning these words because these words are being invented as you study. You're learning more academic appropriate words. Or if you're studying for the OET, you're learning workplace terminology, right? So if there are any of you, hello in India, I'm so happy to have you with us. So if you are working in an emergency room setting, if you are working with people who are inner city, if you're working with teenagers, younger kids, they might use words. Even some of your coworkers may use these words, or you're going to see them on social media. And so I'm teaching these words to you today. And I also don't want you to feel bad because if you are older than like 25 to 30, and you live in the United States, you have no clue what these words mean either. It's really funny. I was talking to Tracy and some other people in the office, and I probably have some people in the office tuning in because they're like, I need to learn some slang words so that I can speak to my teenager. Very important, right? So today I traveled to Catawba Ridge High School and made a video with teenagers while they were at school. So some of you may even have questions about what the teenagers are wearing, what it looks like inside of an American high school. So this is kind of a twofer video. You're getting to see a lot of different things. So without further ado, here is my trip to Catawba Ridge High School.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm finna leave Kari's Corner. No cap. That's right. Bet. Okay, you guys probably didn't understand a word of that. And guess what? I'm just kind of hoping that I use them all correctly. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm Kari Cooper and I've left my corner. I am sitting behind the #1 student broadcast network, Catawba Ridge News. I'm sitting behind their news desk, which my friend told me I need to dream bigger, but I'm living my dream right now, okay? I am super excited because this week I have traveled to Catawba Ridge High School in Fort Mill, South Carolina, so that you guys can be taught by the creators of modern day U.S. slang. Okay, yes, rap stars do make a lot of it. However, teenagers are the ones that use it, spread it, and raise awareness of it. So I've gathered a group of the best teenagers in Fort Mill, South Carolina, all under the amazing tutelage of Miss Kari McKemmy, the best teacher in the world, also my friend. So a big shout out to Catawba Ridge High School and Kari McKemmy and her TV 1 and 2 classes who have helped me produce this. And with that being said, let's get to our list of words because we've got quite a few that you guys are probably going, what are they saying? All right, so your first word is really 2 words. I know, I'm starting off heavy. And so your first 2 words are for real? That's right, for real. Let's take a look at how these words are used in modern day slang.
My doctor said I had a sinus infection.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm not lying.
All right, thanks guys. They're for real. So your next word is bet. Let's take a look and see what bet means according to teenagers.
Hey, do you have any Advil? My head kind of hurts.
Yeah. Here's 2.
Bet. Thank you.
All right, so your next word can be used with the word no in front of it. I'm being taught literally on set right now as I'm being filmed by teenagers and their teacher. Your next word is cap and no cap.
I have a sinus infection.
Cap.
No cap. I'm not lying.
All right, so your next word is probably my least favorite because as an English teacher, it's just all sorts of grammatically wrong. And that word is finna. I just don't get it.
Dude, I can't be here anymore. I feel so sick. I'm finna go to the doctor.
What?
I'm finna go to the doctor.
What?
I'm going to the doctor.
Okay, so we're going from one of my least favorite words to one of the probably most commonly used words in the South, and that is y'all. I can't wait to see what the kids come up with for that one, but you've got y'all, and your next word is facts.
Y'all, the doctor said if I don't start wearing the brace on my arm, it's like probably gonna fall off.
Oh, facts.
All right, so I've got 2 words for you that are gonna mean the same thing. Both of them I just don't get, but I really don't get a majority of these words. The first one is fit, and the next one is drip. Let's check out these kids' fits and drips.
The doctor yesterday, and their drip was not it.
Who gave him that fit?
All right, so I kind of like my fit today after learning what that word means, but the next one is an abbreviation, and you're gonna hear people use it more in regards to social media, let's say, more specifically Instagram, and that is DMs.
Yeah, so I tried to get my doctor to DM me my test results, but he said that was a HIPAA violation.
All right, so the next phrase that I have for you is, I got you.
I was so nervous for my shot, but then the doctor said, I got you.
All right, so your next 3 words, that's right, we're covering 3 now. They all kind of mean the same thing, so I decided to group them together. The first one is dope. Your next word is cray. And your final word is slay.
Isn't it so crazy that they're actually building a new hospital?
No way, that's dope.
I know, so slay.
All right, so the last phrase that I have for you conveniently works out to be something you could say at the very end, and that could be all set.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up my time behind my dream desk, the CRN news desk. I think we are all set here. That's no cap. I'm Kari Cooper, and I guess I'm headed back to my corner. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
All right, so a massive shout out to Catawba Ridge High School in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Their amazing teacher, Kari McKemmy, and her TV1 and TV2 students, TV production class. They put together that video, and I'm so thankful that they were here to teach us some of those words and use some of those words. I told them when we were filming and working on this video together, first they just started using them in everyday language. And I said, well, we're going to be working with nurses, so try to incorporate some healthcare into that situation as well. So it's always interesting to see, what high schoolers think of when they think of going to the doctor, right? Most of them just think of, I'm sick, so I go to the doctor. Sinus infections, as you heard, very, very common illness here in South Carolina due to all the wonderful things that bloom. So again, thank you so much, Catawba Ridge High School. Thank you so much, Kari McKemmy, for putting that together for us and for allowing me to use your students to teach nurses all over the world. So in the video, we went through a lot of words. So I want to make sure you understand these words, because in your IELTS interview and in your TOEFL, PTE as well, if you plan on taking any of those exams, they do look for colloquial phrases. So some of these phrases are acceptable for you to use, and they will actually boost your score, right? They'll actually boost your score. Now, I'll go through the ones that you can use versus the ones that I bet your interviewer probably will not understand, and they may think that you used the word incorrectly. So I'm just really trying to focus on helping you guys once you get to the US so that you can understand some of those slang words. I did see a question about an IELTS versus an OET. Just a friendly reminder, the IELTS is very academic in their testing format because it was designed for academic purposes like admission to college for foreign students, that type of thing, versus the OET, which is specifically designed for healthcare workers. If you have the option, if you're going to a state that accepts both of those exams, my personal preference is the OET, just because you are healthcare workers and there is more of a success rate correlated with healthcare professionals who have prepared for the OET. Look at CJ popping in. How y'all doing? I love it. So let's get to some of those slang words and explain them one more time for you guys. So the first one was for real. Like, are you for real? They're not asking like, are you a real person? Can I touch you? They're asking like, are you serious? Are you serious right now? Are you for real? So that's a fun one. That's one that you might hear some of your patients say when you come to the United States, if they come in and like, man, I got to give you 2 shots today. Are you for real? Like, are you serious? That's what that means. So the next one is bet. And this is not one that I would suggest using. You could use for real. If you're an IELTS, TOEFL, PTE, you can be like, I am for real about this. Like, I am for real about going to the United States and becoming a nurse. That means I'm serious about it. I'm going to do it. The next one that I would not suggest using, but you might hear, is bet. This word is just so funny to me. And I have a teacher friend who uses this, and I always laugh at him because I'm like, it's just ridiculous. Hearing adults say some of these words is really funny to me. So bet means I'm good. I'm down. I'm good with that. So if someone's like, it can also be used as like, thank you. And isn't that weird? Bet, the actual definition means like to place a bet, like you're gambling. No, the slang definition has nothing to do with that. It can be used as a thank you. It can be used as a, okay, I got it. I'm good. Isn't that crazy? Like, how does bet gambling become I'm good? I don't know. Cap. Cap was one that I was just like, this makes no sense. You guys are just making stuff up now. When I think of cap, I think of what you put on your head, right? Like a ball cap, or like to put a cap on, a lid, right? So cap actually means to lie. So if someone looks at you and says cap, that means they think you're lying. If they say no cap, that means no, I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. So cap. Crazy. The next is y'all, which CJ used for us in the chat. Y'all just means you all. That is a very Southern statement. In the South, we like to kind of mesh words together. And that's how we get y'all. So it just means you all, you people, you guys. That's one. If you're coming to a Southern state, that's one you're going to hear. That is one you're going to hear, darling. Let's see. Facts. Someone looks at you and says, that's facts. Like that means you're just saying the truth. You are speaking the truth. That is facts. That makes sense to me. Facts are true, right? Let's see. DMs. I thought they did a great job. That just means like to direct message. That's in Instagram. Okay. It's an Instagram thing. DMs. I got you means I understand. So if you're talking to a patient and you're like, do you have any questions? They're like, no, I got you. Means like, okay, I understand. I get it. I'll take care of it. I got it. Oh, let's see. I thought they did dope, cray, and slay. Dope means something is really cool or awesome. Cray means something's crazy. Now, not as many teenagers use that anymore because a lot of moms will make fun of them and go, that's cray. It means crazy. Slay means you are crushing it. Means you're doing a great job. You are doing awesome. Like, yes, slay means you're doing an awesome job. Let's see. I see a question. What did we have? Can I have a list of the states which accept both OET and IELTS? That's Praveen, I'm going to tell you to email me. That's kcooper@healthstaff.org. That's my email. If Tracy can pop that on the bottom. I don't know if he has time. kcooper@healthstaff.org. I will directly answer your question once I'm able to kind of pull up all those states and make sure I have all my research in front of me. I would hate to answer you and give you wrong information, especially since it's recorded and live on air. That would not be good. So Praveen, I'm speaking to you. If you want to shoot me an email, kcooper@healthstaff.org. Yep, I am more than happy to answer that question and any questions you have about IELTS and TOEFL. That goes for everyone. You all are always welcome to email me. I am here to answer your questions. How many mistakes will be acceptable? Samira, I'm going to ask you to expand on that question. Are you talking about in the speaking section, if you misuse words? Can you give me a little more information to help me answer that question? And Janie, you are exactly right. We all have to start somewhere. We do. And I'm still learning English language today. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. A funny word that you guys may hear, you may already know this, but oops. If someone says oops, that means like, oops, like accident, my bad, I dropped something. Little kids may say oopsie. You may hear that when parents see their child trip or fall or something like that. Whoops means whoop, something's an accident. Oh, Praveen, it's my pleasure to answer any and all of your questions. That is why I am here. Let's see. All right. So a couple more. If someone says my bad or my B, they may even shorten it to my B. That means my bad. That means that's my mistake, my error. You're probably going to hear this if you are, especially if you're in a big city and somebody bumps into you. If somebody causes you to trip or somebody just doesn't pay attention to something, they may look at you and go, oh, that's my bad. That's my B. That means it's their fault. They're saying that's my fault. I apologize. I apologize for that. That's my error. That's a phrase you can use in IELTS, TOEFL, PTE. That is a commonly known, people know what that means. My bad. I wouldn't say my B. I would say my bad. But that's something you could definitely use. And then finally, like I said, all set means like, that's a great one to use for bedside manner, for casual, because when you're doing bedside manner, you want to be professional, but you want to make people feel casual. You want to make people feel comfortable. And if you kind of walk in and be like, oh, all right, are we all set here? You know, checking in with your patients before they leave, before they're discharged, anything like that. Are you guys all set? All set means, are you good? Or do you have everything you need to carry on and to move on? So all set is a fantastic bedside manner, concluding the visit, concluding the appointment, concluding their hospital stay, any of those things. All set is a great term used all over the United States. Very, very, very common. One of my favorite, and I always like to say this, probably a teenager would use this, maybe someone in their 20s would say like, no shot. No shot. No shot means it ain't happening. I'm not doing it. That's not going to happen. So if you're talking to a younger patient and they say, are you willing to do this? And they're like, no shot. They're looking at you saying no to a shot, like a physical shot. They're saying, no, it's not happening. I'm not doing that. No. What else do you have? So those are just some fun slang words that I wanted to introduce you guys to this week. Samira, I'm still struggling to understand your question. I'm so sorry. But I will say I'll kind of try to give you a generic response. And so, like, how many mistakes will be acceptable? Let's say that we're talking, if you're in the speaking portion, if you're in the PTE, if you're in the even the OET, IELTS, TOEFL. In the speaking portion, they are going to look for you to use words correctly. Like, you don't want to use a word if you don't know its meaning. So they're looking for you to use words correctly. But they do, if it's a colloquial word. So there's a difference between, are you using the correct form of a word? Did you make something plural? Did you make something past tense when it needs to be past tense? That's different than attempting to use colloquials. Like, I think specifically on IELTS, there's a difference between using colloquial phrases, which is going to get you like that 8 and 9, versus a 7, which is like attempts to use colloquial phrases. Okay. The 6 and below, they're not attempting to use colloquial phrases. And what I mean by colloquial phrases would be words, slang words, kind of like what I gave you today. Some of those, like I said, would be appropriate to use, like all set or y'all or my bad. All of those things are colloquial phrases that you can use. A lot of times I feel like people are taught different little, I'm trying to think of some good ones. In the South, we say, bless your heart. And that can mean a lot of different things in the South. And sometimes we'll just say, oh, bless, like, oh, I'm sorry. Bless your heart. Like, that's so hard. I'm sorry you're going through that. But that's a very colloquial phrase in the South. I know sometimes it can be used very formally as blessings. But in the South, we just say, bless. If you ever watch Paula Deen on TV, on a cooking channel, Paula Deen is always saying, bless your heart. So she's a good one to watch for some Southern colloquial phrases. She'll definitely teach them to you. But to pick up more colloquial phrases or to pick up more slang, I suggest watching not U.S. news shows or educational shows. You're not going to pick up colloquial or casual phrases. You're not going to pick up casual phrases from watching those things. You're going to get them more from watching shows like Stranger Things, or even YouTube videos, right? YouTube videos, especially from a younger generation. But I do want to always caution you, make sure you understand what these words mean, because just like all teenagers, they can be a little crazy. They can be a little absent-minded and creative with their definitions. So I would hate for you to use a word and you think you know what it means, but it actually means something really inappropriate. So make sure before you use those words, number one, practice using them in context, right? And then number two is going to be, make sure you understand it means what you mean for it to mean, because we definitely don't want you saying anything inappropriate in any of your interviews. Okay, so I think that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. As you're watching, I would love to hear any slang words that you guys have heard, or any that you have attempted to use, or maybe one that you want to practice, or one that you want to make sure, like, does this mean what I think it means? That's always a good thing to question. You are always welcome to email me. Tracy put it in the chat, kcooper@healthstaff.org. If you have any English language questions, if you have questions on what do you think about using these words, or how would I use this word in an interview, I'm here for it. I am totally here to help you guys. You are not bothering me by emailing me. I know you email your case managers all the time, and your case managers love hearing from you. But I want to open that door as well to let you know you can email me if you have any of those English language questions. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. Make sure that if you are a worldwide health staff nurse, if you're an RN and you are working through the process and you haven't enrolled in our course, please enroll in our course. I do want to put in one plug. This is, I think we start June next Thursday. How are we in June already? So the month of June starts next Thursday. At the beginning of June, I will be launching a PTE specific course. That's right. So if any of you are out there and you're preparing to take the Pearson PTE, I am launching a course that I specifically worked with Pearson. I have a lot of their materials. I designed a course specifically to prepare you for the Pearson PTE, and that's launching at the beginning of June. So if you are out there and you're watching this and you're preparing to take the Pearson PTE, shoot me an email. Send me an email. Shoot, there's another one. Shoot me an email. I don't literally mean shoot me. I mean send me an email, right? Send me an email, kcooper@healthstaff.org. I am happy to help you. I am happy to get you enrolled in that very specific Pearson PTE course. I'm in the process of designing one for IELTS and TOEFL as well. So, and OET. The OET is going to have a course too. So thank you, Samira. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'm so happy that you stumbled into my corner today. But as usual, don't face the corner, face the world with Worldwide.